Hello and welcome back to the Cosmic Goddess channel. My name is Fola and I will be doing the weekly energy reading for the week of April 17th through the 23rd. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your love, your presence. I appreciate you taking the time out to spend with little old me. And we're going to start this reading off the way we do every week with the astrological transits, so stay tuned. Monday, April 17th, the moon in Pisces is going to sextile Uranus in Taurus and conjunct Neptune. Now, this is very much so go with the flow energy. Uranus is the planet of disruption and divine chaos, and Neptune is the planet of spirituality. It wants you to get lost in its cool, clear waters. You don't want to get too lost, especially with it being in its home sign of Pisces. It can bring on a tendency to get lost in the sauce. So you don't want to get too lost. You want to ground with that Taurus energy of Uranus and follow your intuition and have a sweet and lovely day. Pisces is a very soft energy, especially when the moon is involved. The moon in Pisces is nurturing. The moon in Pisces is ooey gooey, kind of like the inside of a warm chocolate chip cookie. Give yourself the things that you want and desire this day, and let go of any expectations. Go with the flow. Tuesday, April 18th, the Aries moon is going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius. Then it's going to sextile Venus in Gemini and then square Mars in Cancer. Now, this is very, very flirty energy. Aries loves to go after what it wants, and Pluto in Aquarius is all about the new. So you might be looking for new connections, as well as Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini wants to be talking to everybody. This is a day to meet new people, spark new ideas, make new connections. But then when the moon squares Mars in Cancer, you want to make sure you're not getting too emotional if things don't pan out the way you want, because that Aries Cancer energy can be like temper tantrum energy. So just watch it on this day. Have fun, flirt, get to know people, but don't take it too seriously. Wednesday, April 19th, the Aries moon is going to conjunct Chiron, but that's all that we have going on this day. And it's very important because as we build up to the Aries new moon eclipse, this is going to let us know where our past hurts have been with our self-assertion, with our Aries energy. So this conjunction with Chiron is going to show you something that you want to let go of. It's a quiet fire this day. We're going to be getting ready to break past the past. Remembering our old wounds will help us to remember what we don't want to repeat, how we are going to break past our old patterns. So sit with yourself this day. Take some quiet contemplation. Think about the things that you would like to implement in your life, the things you want to let go of, and how you're going to move forward. All right, y'all, we have made it. Thursday, April 20th, we've made it to the new moon Aries eclipse. It's going to happen at 12:13 a.m. I've done a reading for this day, so if you want a full energy explanation, head on over to my new moon in Aries video. Otherwise, this is going to be a day of high flying energy. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is about action, determination. It is about sex and aggression. It is all about getting what we want. This new moon is going to be happening at 29 degrees, which is the penultimate degrees of any sign. And then the sun and the moon are going to switch over into the next sign, into Taurus. So we've got both energies impacting us severely this day, as well as when the sun goes into Taurus, it's going to square Pluto. And Pluto in Aquarius is all about new beginnings, new ideas, revelations. And Taurus always wants to be comfortable, always wants to be safe, and likes to be consistent. And so this clashing of the titans is all about a power struggle over the death of the old way of being and the beginning of the new. The sun is the driver of your car. And so your driver is now being forced to make new moves, to make new turns, new decisions. That moon going into Taurus before the sun goes into Taurus is very important. It means we're going to be thinking about how we can create more stability, how we can step into our self-worth, self-love. And then the sun is going to make us take action. And then the Taurus moon is going to conjunct the North Node in Taurus and sextile Saturn in Pisces, which is going to be like going from hot fire to dipping into cool waters. Now, the North Node is called the mouth of the dragon. So that moon conjuncting it is going to push you even further towards your new mode of stability, the new way of being, because it is the North Node, even though it's in Taurus, a new way of finding stability. And then that sextile to Saturn is going to have you release, let go, and let the way be opened by spirit. Friday, April 21st, Mercury retrograde day, y'all. Mercury retrograde in Taurus is going to be a massive slowdown. Usually that is considered a bad thing, but because we just got a huge infusion of Aries energy that is going to want us to take off like a rocket, this slowdown is actually a blessing. Mercury in Taurus wants to gather all of the details before making a decision. Mercury in Taurus wants to hear all the information, all the details before actually coming to a decision. And this retrograde is going to make it even more considerate because you need to slow down. You have your ideas from this new moon, from this eclipse, but you want to make sure that they involve stability, involve concrete movement and action that is there for the long haul. The sun, Moon, Mercury, Uranus, and the North Node are in Taurus. And that energy is going to create a web of desire for safety. And safety isn't a bad thing. Taurus energy can be overly cautious, but right now it is a blessing because Aries moves into Taurus for a reason. In the zodiac, Aries comes right before Taurus because we need a reality check after such an infusion of go-getter energy. The Fool is about to leap off a cliff, and you don't want to leap off a cliff with these ideas. You want to make sure that they are grounding you, not having you jump 50 feet in the air only to land splat on your face. So take this slowdown as the blessing it's meant to be. Saturday, April 22nd, the Gemini moon is going to trine Pluto in Aquarius and then square Saturn in Pisces. This is a day to open up the heart, to open up your mind, to listening to the messages and solutions that Spirit has for you on how to move forward. That Gemini moon trining Pluto in Aquarius is going to have ideas flying around you, but then Saturn in Pisces is going to square the moon because you need to be able to listen, to really listen to not just the ideas bouncing around in your head, but to listen to your heart, to listen to your intuition, to listen to your third eye. Open yourself up to possibly meditating on this day, meditating on your options. Let your intuition decide the path that you choose, not necessarily logic. Because logic mixed with intuition is divine wisdom. Sunday, April 23rd, the Gemini moon is going to conjunct Venus and sextile Chiron in Aries. This is a day to receive, to open up the heart to your options. This is a day where you need to be communicating with your loved ones, communicating with those around you, communicating with your own heart. You may be craving activity in order to satiate the self, and that's okay. Spend your time with your loved ones, spend your time with your friends, talking about the new ideas that you've come up with, the new ideas that you've gathered over this week. This day should be a day to relax in the comfort of people who love you and mull over your plans. All right, now that we're done with the transits, let's get into this card reading, shall we? Spirits, ancestors, guides. What does the collective need to know? Ooh, the cards are upside down. What does the collective need to know for the week of April 17th through the 23rd? Monday, April 17th through Sunday, April 23rd. What do we need to know? Ooh. Having some difficulty here. Maybe that's a sign. May not be the smoothest week. We just came off of a Jupiter week, so there was a lot of energy flying around in the air, a lot of sweetness of energy. And that might be slowing down from what I'm feeling from shuffling these cards. All right, so as you know, the first card is going to be the energy, the overall energy of the week. The second card is going to be any obstacles that we're going to be dealing with, the main theme of obstacles. And the third card will be wisdom from the ancestors. I'm also going to pull a card from one of my oracle decks. I haven't decided which yet. And then I will also pull a crystal as well. All right. All right, this one is going to be the last one. All right, overall energy of the week. King of Swords reversed. Yeah, that sweetness of Jupiter is definitely slowing down here. King of Swords reversed is about cold communication, rigid ideas. Ooh, look, I'm going to turn him right side up. The sword he's holding is sharp enough to cut through the deep winter. He's even blowing out cold air, yeah. And with him being reversed, it is even more cold and disconnected from the feelings. Obstacles. 8 of Cups. Leaving the past behind. Leaving what's not meant for you. Maybe we're going to have to cut stuff off real quick and not looking back. I'll get more into it later. Wisdom from the ancestors, Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Wow. So the wisdom is telling us that we need to take care of ourselves. We need to come from a place of nurturing. Okay, so let's talk about this. The overall energy of the week is people bumping heads. It feels like everybody is going to be out for themselves. They're going to be on their own type of time, own track, not worried and or concerned about anybody else. And that's going to come across in our communication. Remember, swords is about ideas. It's about the mind. So it's what we're thinking about. It's the ideas that are flowing. We are all about ourselves this week. We are all about getting done what we need to get done with no need for entertaining the bullshit. But just make sure that you're not saying things that you're going to want to take back later. Make sure that your communication, while calculated, while it may be business and business alone, it doesn't have to be mean-spirited like the King of Swords reversed is. It doesn't have to be so cold that you're not leading from a place of love. Because although we are leaving the past behind this week, and that's the obstacle, you still want to make sure that you're not burning bridges. All right? Now, the 8 of Cups as the obstacle, it means that it may be a little painful to leave whatever it is that we need to let go of. It may be, because Cups is about emotions, you may be emotionally tied to something that you really need to set down. Look, I'm sure she loves the man on the beach, but the moon is calling her to something greater, calling her to follow her intuition, to follow what spirit wants for her. And she's leaving behind a safe space to venture in the vast journey of the ocean. But that leaving of something behind is always going to create new space for the things that are actually meant for you, for the things that feed your spirit, feed your soul, that grow your garden. The Queen of Pentacles in this deck, she is in a pool of water because they're all mermaids, but that means that she's connected to her intuition as well. And there's green, there's shrubbery growing out into her hair. The Queen of Pentacles is all about nurturing oneself to nurture those around you. And maybe that King of Swords over there, you have to be able to cut off nonsense, make sure that you're not entertaining other people's needs as much so that you can feed yourself in order to be able to feed everybody else. The Queen of Pentacles is building an empire. And so if there's any business owners listening, sometimes you have to just be straight with the ideas that you have, straight with your rules, the boundaries that you're making. You have to be clear and concise and leave other people's feelings out of it. Because what matters is doing the next right thing for you. And the Queen of Pentacles, while she is nurturing, while she is loving, she is building her empire. And that empire, if you look, oh my God, the coins are not just for her. They're spitting out into the air. Anybody around her will be affected, beautifully affected by her empire, by the world that she has built around her. She's an offshoot of the Empress. She's got magic in her fingertips, magic in her palms. Growth and abundance sprouting out of her head, out of the ideas that she has birthed into life. So maybe instead of focusing on what you're leaving, focus on the seeds that are growing. Focus on the beautiful garden that you are growing all around you. All right, I'm going to take an animal spirit card. Nope, I'm going to do the Work Your Light Oracle from Rebecca Campbell. I loved it last week, and I know there's a lot of incense in this video because I'm burning it. But yeah, bear with me. Spirit, some of the cards already flipped. Let's do that. Spirit, ancestors, guides. What do we need to hear about this week? What do we need to hear about this week? What advice can you give us? This one. Keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. As we leave, as we let go, do know that you're not alone. Do know that the path that you're taking, while it may be painful to separate now, you are surrounded by your ancestors. You are surrounded in light. Every step that you take is divinely guided. I'm going to pull one more card, and this one's going to come from the animal spirit. Ooh. I don't know if I'm going to take that. That was really quickly. That was really quick. Oh, jeez. These cards just want to jump. Freedom is yours. I feel like we got horse spirit like last week or 2 weeks ago. Freedom is yours. Yeah. You may have to be harsh about it. You may have to be. Because what happens is when we're not straightforward and blunt, people tend to think that we are weak and they want to try and maneuver around what we've already said that we want to do, or we already said what is necessary for us. They're like, but can we, and they think that they can finesse you. And then you end up having to lash out because it's, no, I said this, this is what I meant, and this is what we're doing. Can I get a crystal for the collective? What crystal should the collective work with this week for April 17th through the 23rd? Ooh, got two. Fluorite, find peace within. And selenite, clear the clutter. So selenite, as you know, selenite's everywhere. Selenite charging bowls and my charging plate. Selenite empowers anything that it touches. And fluorite really helps you to be comfortable and confident within yourself. And maybe that comfortability is what you need to turn this king right side up so that you don't have to be, cutting left and right. That you can just speak your piece, let it be known, and let your word be your word without any coldness or nastiness. I am being guided to read the Keepers of the Earth. Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and on Earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The Keepers of the Earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your own unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you and your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. Oh! Queen of Pentacles. She does receive. She absolutely receives because she gives. And that's part of balance and divine balance. You cannot give and not receive. Just like you cannot receive and not give. They go hand in hand. Love that. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go at it alone. Call upon the Keepers of the Earth to help you in your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receive more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right now. Hold this card to your heart. You don't have the card, but you can do this anyway. And say, I am open to receiving a whole new level of support in my life and my work, and I call it in now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I am so excited about this week. So excited. Just make sure that you're avoiding anybody who's being nasty, and try not to be nasty yourself, because that is really what the King of Swords reversed is. He is a mean-spirited man. All right. So if anybody is trying to block your energy, if anybody is trying to finesse you into something that you know you don't want to do, you do not need to be nasty. All you have to do is say what you mean and keep it pushing. Because what are they going to do? Nothing. Leave them in the dust. Leave anybody trying to get you out of your energy, anybody trying to get you to do something that is not worthy of your time. Say how you feel respectfully and keep it pushing. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate you, dear ones. Thank you. Bye. Bye now.